there. So yes. Are we good to start?
I think we are, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, smashing! Right.
Yeah, of course.
Okie dokie. So, hello everybody. Welcome to Talk of the Devil, the weekly comedy panel show. Blah 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 blah. We are here. We are here today to discuss what's been in the news in recent times, and I thought we would do another themed episode. So I looked around for a theme, and I thought, right, we are going to do the Downing Street Party themed episode or Talk of the Devil. So yes, so it's been an interesting week. Lots of allegations, lots of accusations, and all that stuff. So we're going to start with a round of fill in the blank of the headlines related to Downing Street Party. So I'm going to read out a headline, and it's going to have a blank in it, and the first person to guess what word goes in the blank gets a point. So yes, okay. So here's the headline. Boris Johnson criticised by blank for Downing Street Party.
Everyone?
Yes.
But more specifically,
Yes, it's one specific person.
Keir Starmer.
Not him. It's a less obvious person than Keir Starmer.
I think it was the Minister of the Conservatives in Scotland. But
Douglas Ross. No.
Yeah, and according to Jacob Rees-Mogg, he's not an important person anyway. But yeah, I don't know. There are so many possible people it could
basically
be.
everyone. Like we could start naming random names, so at least one of them will be right.
Probably all of us in this room.
Yes, I mean you sort of already did get the point with everyone because the person it is encompassed by the word everyone. So yes, but no, it is a more specific person. It's quite a Tory person, not a politician, but a fairly conservative, high-ranking person, quite famous.
Piers Morgan.
Not Piers Morgan.
That would mean he has like morals.
A conservative. Murdoch, maybe?
Pardon?
Murdoch, maybe?
Rupert Murdoch? No. Again with the morals thing. And you may want to speak into the
Of
mic.
course, fair enough.
Is it like a journalist, a conservative journalist?
Do they exist?
No?
It isn't. So I
Does
can't.
conservative journalists exist?
Mhm.
Yes. Very much so.
God's sake.
Oh, my word.
So it's not Julia Hartley, what's her face? You know who I mean.
Oh, I don't
sake.
actually.
The
Julia
woman
Hartley
who goes
Brewer,
on about
yeah.
how she
Yeah.
doesn't need to wear a mask because natural immunity.
Oh, yes. It's the same as Prince Andrew's inability to sweat. And,
Yeah.
And I'm assuming it's not Nigel Farage because he's too busy looking at
Being nice
Dover
Russia, yeah.
and seeing if people are coming over.
He drives down in his Range Rover
Yeah, just-
every day.
just
look-
takes
goes
two
and looks at his
binoculars.
binoculars and goes, "Oh, there's 3 of them coming. Oh, this is an invasion."
Ignores all the lorries that are backing up because of all the new checks. He's just like, Brexit's brilliant.
Oh, gosh.
I think. Are we getting close at least?
Okay. You are actually getting closer with
Yes.
Nigel Farage. Because
Oh,
So maybe it's Farage Nigel.
it's somebody who drinks quite a lot.
That reduces them
Most
to no one,
people in
exactly.
Britain.
Yes. Most conservative people in Britain, especially.
is
Somebody-
it Tommy Robinson?
Oh no, it's not Tommy Robinson. I think the only reason he would criticise them was for not inviting him, probably.
Yeah.
Is it the chief exec of Waterstones? Weatherspoons?
It is.
Yeah.
It is
Weatherspoons.
Tim Martin.
Tim Martin.
Good.
It is indeed. It is Tim Martin who has been criticising Boris Johnson for the Downing Street Party. I don't know why. Do you know why?
I don't actually, but I imagine he wasn't very happy about having to close, was he? So he's probably really annoyed that he didn't get to supply the party. But
Yeah.
that is just speculation. I don't actually know why.
Yeah. Gosh, yes. But yes. So 1 point to Charlotte. So yes. So now. Okay. Right. The next round. Up to 8 Tories are in talks to blank.
The fact.
1 point to Robert. Well done. Well done. Oh my word.
I'm a fellow Tory myself. I should know this stuff. Fellow Tory. Let's see. With big brackets attached to it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, so were you at the party?
Unfortunately not, because I'm not cool enough to be invited. God. Over time I will get there, right? I just need to be raised or something. I don't know.
Yes. Oh gosh. Yes. Well, smashing.
Really?
I mean,
I thought we were doing quite badly, but okay.
yes. Well, I mean, well.
I got a point. That's all that matters, okay?
Yes. Okay. So yes, indeed, up to 8 Tories are in talks to defect to Labour, which is quite something. So yes. But I'm guessing you're not one of them.
No, I mean, Lib Dems will be. I don't understand why Labour actually. Like, complete
Oh.
opposite of it. Like,
It is
one would
amazing.
think that you should go to something that you believe in, but I mean, we're talking about the Tories, so that
I think
doesn't apply, I think.
Desperate times call for desperate measures, I think.
As we all know, when the Russians were starting to lose during World War II, they all defected to Germany. That makes sense, of course.
Yes. Yes. Well, I mean, yes. However, they were starving, a lot of them. So, but yes. Whereas the Tories are certainly not.
They have plenty of food and drinks, as I.
Yes.
I'll be the last people to avoid it if there was a famine here. You just find them hoarding everything.
Yes. Oh my gosh. But yes. Okay. Finally, Downing Street Party. Now this one, I'm afraid. I'm very worried about Charlotte, because Charlotte works for Simple Politics, and this entire talk of the devil is around what's been happening in the political world. So so yes, so it may be a little one-sided this episode, but talk of the devil was never fair anyway. This last one is Downing Street Party included guests taking turns on blank.
Boris Johnson's son's swing.
Oh no, not the swing.
No, it was the swing though.
It was another. I'm thinking of another piece of play equipment.
The slide.
It was the slide,
Oh.
indeed. So yes, 1 point to Stefan. So yes. So yes. Gosh. Well, that was a quick round. Bloody hell.
No one won. I'm disappointed. Come on, Stefan. We should ally together so we win to both. Okay.
That's not fair.
What do you mean that's
Gang
not?
up against the one woman in the room.
Well, you didn't start with the idea, so I have the idea, and Stefan got the last point. So I feel sorry for him.
Yeah, I hypothetically accept.
Hypothetically, of course. No. We're not discussing of treason. I would never do such a thing.
Yeah. So you're going to defect to LUTG at the end of this episode.
No, I would never do such a thing. I'm an honest, upstanding. Okay, fair enough. I can't keep going with that. Fair enough.
Oh yes. Right. Okie dokie. So that's the end of that round. We're currently on. We're all on equal points. So we're going to move on to the first song break. Now, the song game is a game where over the course of this episode, I'm going to play 3 songs, and they are all going to tie into a story that has been in the news recently, and it relates to the Downing Street partying. So yes, it's just a certain aspect, a certain headline of the Downing Street partying. So yes, and the way it relates to the partying will be either in the name of the song or the name of the artist. So yes, there is a clue to what the story is in either the name of the song or the name of the artist. So yes. However, before we get into that song break, I have a creative question for you guys. So while the song is playing, you guys are going to think of a creative answer. So my question to you is: imagine you're a Tory. Well,
Okay,
in
fair
the
enough.
case
I can
of-
imagine.
Yeah. In the case of Robert, you don't have to do this. But imagine you're a Tory at the Downing Street party. And you've had a go on Boris Johnson's son's slide, but you've broken it. You've broken the slide. What do you do? in such a situation? So that's your creative question. So yes. So we are now going to play the first song of the episode. Let me get it up. Here we go. Here we go. So the first song is Daddy Cool by Boney M. So here it is, Daddy Cool by Boney M. There is a link to a story in that song title or artist name. Talk to you guys soon. Oh no. Here we go. Here we go.
And we're back.
And we are back. So, that was Daddy Cool by Boney M. And now it's time for your answers. So, I'm going to spin the wheel. And, actually, before I do that, does anyone have any inkling as to what the story that I am pointing to is? From Daddy Cool by Boney M. Anyone got any inkling?
To be fair, I kind of lost myself halfway through and just listened to the music again. I forgot about that.
Yes. Okay, right, okay, that's good. But no, I mean, it kind of is, because if people get it too early, then it's like,
we are too cool for you, that's what I mean. Okay,
Boris Johnson dancing with Stanley Johnson, perhaps?
Oh my word, yes. Well, yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that being next week's news story. But okay, great. This means my planning wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. My story is obscure enough for the game to work. So now it's time for me to spin the wheel, and you'll all give your answers, your creative answers, to what would you do if you are a staff member and you accidentally broke the slide at Boris Johnson's garden. And my favourite answer will gain a point. So I'm going to spin the wheel. Robert.
Okay. As we all know, all plans require multiple steps. So this is a 5-step plan. Number 1, denial.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we need to deny the fact that it ever happened, okay? When asked questions about the slide, you just say that there was not a slide to begin with, okay? If they keep on pushing the idea, you need to go to phase 2, anger, okay? You need to be angry that they are insulting your honesty in such a manner that they are accusing you of breaking the slide that you totally did not get on top of, okay? Third, if that doesn't work, go for the emotional support, aka depression. If you start crying in front of the audience, they are more likely to agree with you, okay? Because, you are just a poor there guy, just crying, like, of course he couldn't break that. If that doesn't work, if they still keep on pushing this idea, you need to go for bargaining, okay? Alcohol for slides always works. If that fails, you become the slide yourself. I don't know how that actually works, but bloody hell.
I'm very lost. You become the slide?
Yes, you become this. You just fake to be a slide and they just jump on top of you.
Okay.
Yeah. And lastly is acceptance. And by acceptance, I mean you should never get to phase 5, okay? Just phase 5 is when you lose.
Oh, right, okay.
If you actually need to accept it, just try to move to somewhere else. Another country. Mexico.
Oh, yeah.
Just in general, yeah.
Yes. Oh, right, okay.
It works with marriage as well.
Oh, good. Well, gosh, it's a strong contender. The multifaceted solution. Okay, next up, Charlotte.
Okay, so I think first of all we need to determine how the slide is broken. So in this scenario, I'm imagining the most likely case is that there's that like metal ladder that goes up and then a plastic slide that comes down.
Yes.
I'm imagining the two have unhinged
Yeah.
and they've both kind of collapsed.
Right. Yes.
Okay. So, first of all, I accept it straight away because let's face it, we're all a bit drunk, we're all having fun, just a bit of banter in it. Oh no, the slide's broken, lol. And so we get the empty wine bottles and we build a pyramid out of those that kind of props up the slide, props up the ladder. Maybe go and rifle through the Downing Street office, get some sellotape the two back together, but you've got that sturdy base then of the wine bottles. And then what's really nice about that plan is that when the sun shines through the bottles, it's kind of like a stained glass window. So yeah, that's how I would do it.
Thank you. Very good. Okay. Yes. I'm sure that won't raise any suspicion at all. That's great. And finally, Stefan, how would you go about it?
Well, I think you need Plan A measures and Plan B measures, much like the government's own COVID rules that, well, they don't seem to follow. And Plan A measures would include going up to the room where, what was his name again? Boris Johnson's son?
Wilf.
Where Wilf is sleeping, knocking on his door, and telling him exactly what happened. And then,
Oh no!
and then because I have authority, because I'm a Tory and I'm good enough to be at this amazing party, not like some rubbish junior ministers who then have to defend it in a year's time. What I'd do is I'd say, but it's okay if you stop crying about it, then I can I'll ask Daddy to give you a place in the House of Lords, and I can ask him to let you be Prime Minister for a day. No one would know any difference. And if that doesn't work, well, Plan B would involve going to a donor who has only ever made, I don't know, something that's not slides and PPE, and commissioning them to not just build a slide, but to build a whole theme park in the Downing Street garden and claim it on expenses.
Oh, smashing! Oh gosh, and that is how Lord Sugar became a lord. Oh, smashing! Okay, the most creative answer. I think my favourite answer. I think the most creative one. I think I'm going to go with Charlotte's. Very well done, Charlotte. So no worries. So yes, another point to Charlotte. So yes. Right, now we are going to go into our next round. It's a round called True or False. So in this round, I'm going to read out some stories about political scandals that have happened through the ages. So yes,
There are political scandals? I didn't know that. My poor innocent heart has been broken.
See, I thought everyone who ran the country was really clever.
yeah.
Oh yeah, once in I don't know why this came to my head, but part of me I kind of want to be Prime Minister one day, genuinely. And I remember about a year ago, my friend at home said to me, "Oh, you'd make a good politician, Stefan. No one would like you."
For God's sake. That's incredibly mean, but I agree with the friend.
It's not none. Hoping for some sympathy there, but
Sorry, wrong podcast for that, buddy. Oh my word. Well, gosh, this has been a rather
Eventful?
yes, it has been. Yes, indeed.
Wait, what do you mean?
Sad.
Nothing happened here, of course. We were just
nothing
working.
happened. Yes. There was no talk of the devil episode. This is a work gathering.
Of course, yeah. We're working very hard.
We've all got a bottle of wine each. We're slowly getting through. Well, it's not a work event, is it?
Oh yes. Oh yes, it's working juice.
With a goddamn cheap desk called Chardonnay.
because wine makes you relaxed, and being relaxed sometimes helps you work better.
I mean, actually, it is true. Like, the more relaxed you are, the less you think about things, and the more likely you are forgetting to work. So it's always a net positive.
Right. Okay.
He's not certain about that.
No, but well. Yes, Talk of the Devil, sponsored by San Miguel. No. Okay, we're going to go into our stories. We're going to go into our first story. It is, so this is a political scandal. Is it true, or is it made up by me? So this one is, London Eye scandal. Paxton Hayward was a Labour MP for Croydon North from 1997 to 2005. He was suspended from Parliament in 2004 after he was found to have ridden the London Eye 40 times that year, in the year of 2002 to 2003, racking up a bill of £846, which he claimed back as part of that year's expenses. He was subsequently suspended from Parliament, and the Conservative candidate, Caden Russell, won his seat in the subsequent by-election for Croydon North. What do we think?
Sounds plausible to me.
Well, that's the point. They all should sound plausible. However, I'm going with true because it has too many like details.
You're going false, do you mean?
No, it has too many details. One that makes up false ideas doesn't leave so many details, like the amount of rides as well. Well,
Oh, right, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm actually thinking. I know I usually don't do that, but still, I'm going with true.
Okay. What do you think, Stefan?
Oh, that would be quite a minor thing compared to some of the stuff that happens nowadays, to be honest.
That's true.
This is the thing. If we look back on the expenses scandal, which I can't remember exactly when it happened, but it was around that time. You know, someone claimed expenses for a duck house for their pond.
Oh my
At
word.
the time, that was huge. That was, oh my goodness, how can they have done that? And now, that's nothing. That wouldn't even make the
Yeah.
news.
Oh wow.
I say we are improving in terms of corruption. Come on now.
We're making progress, boys. Gosh. Gosh.
There was one scandal. Oh, I won't say it though, because you might come up with it later. Never mind. Something that happened in 2008, I think it was, that I was reminded of recently. That was huge at the time and tiny in comparison. But I'm not going to say it just in case.
Golden
ruin
brown
your
gold
game.
reserves.
No, not that.
I don't have anything from 2008.
So I'm not sure it was from 2008, so I don't. In my head it was, but I don't. Just in case.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough.
I'll
Okay.
keep that card at my sleeve.
Yes, okay, fair enough. Right, gosh. So yes, so times have changed, but yes, imagine it's 2002 to 2003. Imagine you're 1 year old in the case of us, or like, sorry Charlotte, like
Oh.
7 years old.
9 or 10 years old
Oh.
in 2002, 2003.
Oh gosh.
Painful.
Okay, moving on. Sorry
For
guys.
God's sake.
God, what was it like back then? What was it like? Did it VHS tapes? I vaguely
Yes.
remember them.
Yes, VHS tapes and very tame political scandals. That's why you guys don't remember the expenses scandal, I guess.
No. I mean, I wasn't even in the country when that happened, so yeah.
That's fair.
Oh gosh, yes, and a small war going on as well, I believe. Yes.
Just a sprinkle on top, of course.
Yes, a sprinkling of millions of deaths in Iraq. But yes. Well, gosh. Well, moving on from that as well.
Yeah, let's.
Okay.
Yeah, let's press the nuclear button.
This
and
has taken
move
a dark
on.
turn, I will say.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
No.
Right. What do we think? What do we think? True or false?
I'm gonna go true.
Okay. True.
I'm gonna say false, actually.
Oh,
I'm
a dissident. Look at him.
not. Yeah, it's plausible, but it's a bit too plausible.
Oh, okay.
Fair enough.
Right. No.
Let's see now.
And Robert, you're going true?
Yeah, I already said that.
Okay. The answer is false.
God damn
No!
it. Whoa.
Very well done, Stefan.
Sorry. I was like, no, and everyone else was like, well done.
That's impressive, no.
Yes. Well, no. I encourage emotional openness on Talk of the Devil.
Yeah, of course.
Yes. Yes. Gosh.
What does that even mean? Like, we declare love to each other? Or?
Well.
Oh,
anything can happen on Talk of the Devil.
God.
If that's how you feel, then
I'm not ready
I
for
wish
this
the
yet.
feeling was reciprocated.
Good lord.
Yes, and we can also declare hatred on Talk of the Devil as well, which happens much more frequently.
Hold on. Oh. I thought I was surrounded by good people around here. Instead, look at it.
Strong society, buddy. Okay, next scandal. Okay, MP fakes death. John Stonehouse was a British MP for Walsall North from 1974 to 1976. In 1974, as his personal debt skyrocketed, he faked his own death, leaving a pile of clothes on a beach, leading people to believe he had drowned. Under a false identity, he fled to Australia, but was identified by CCTV and arrested 2 months later. What did people think?
There's a lot of similar stories.
Yeah.
I don't think that one's true.
Ah, okay.
I also don't think CCTV would have been good enough
Yeah.
in the 70s.
And I don't think he would have moved to Australia of all places, but still. However, even if I go false, then it's like a true and a false. I'm slightly tempted to go true again. Because there's like a 50-50 chance that they get it right.
I don't know. It's quite creative of him in a way.
It's a genius idea. Like,
Um,
I'm not saying we should do it. But
Yeah.
but if you get coursework that's that bad, then you know.
well, you can retry to kill yourself.
I'm also really bad at this game, so if I'm not going for funks.
Well, I'm glad I picked you first then, because that threw everybody else off the scent.
Well, that's the thing. It's fine if I go first because I'm like, yeah, that's what I believe, but no one should listen to me.
Oh, God.
I just like the chaos of having somebody who's bad at the game go first, because then it just throws everyone else off the scent. But yes, what do you think, Stefan?
I'm gonna go with true,
Okay.
just because it would be a good fun fact to tell people if it was.
Okay.
Just people who don't really care, but I'll tell them.
Yes. Well, absolutely. Yes. Oh, that is the best thing to do with fun facts.
Oh, yeah.
So,
True, false then, I think.
Okay. The answer is true.
No.
Oh, wait.
So yes, indeed. You're being at this point. I think you're not even trying to hide your anguish, which is great.
No.
But I'm going to award you half a point, Charlotte, because although the story is true, when I say he was identified by CCTV, I did just sort of make that up in my head as I was writing out my description of the story.
Oh, so you threw me off the scent.
Ah, yes, indeed. So yes, you're going to get half a point for John's just poor research. So yes, now Stefan is on 3, Charlotte is on 2.5, and Robert is on 2. We are going to go into our last story of this round. The round is cocaine scandal.
True.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Have you guys heard about how much cocaine is in the Houses of Parliament at the moment?
Yeah, they found it in like the disabled
Yeah.
toilets.
Oh my word.
Which is pretty impressive. Even the disabled now are doing cocaine. Truly equality.
Probably just a safe place for them to do it.
Yes. But 11 out of 12 toilets in the Houses of Parliament
see.
have traces of cocaine in them. It's great, and I think one of them's one person is even suspected of dealing within the Houses of Parliament, which is great. So yes.
What kind of job perspective? What do you do in life? Well, I deal cocaine to the House of Parliament.
Well, yes. I mean, yes, they're also a member of staff for the Houses of Parliament. They're also like, an aide or something. But yes.
A very important aid.
Yes.
The magic man.
Indeed. They're all that's keeping this country going at the moment. But yes, anyway, Hugh Allen, Foreign Secretary from 1983 to 1986, was widely believed to be an abuser of cocaine during his tenure, as many other members of government are. However, he was dismissed from the cabinet after reports emerged that he and several of his aides had taken the drug shortly before a meeting with the Saudi prince in 1985. What do people think?
I'm completely dumbfounded by this. Good lord.
It sounds true.
Okay.
They all sound true. That's the problem. God damn.
Well, the last one didn't sound true, and it was. So.
Yeah.
Well, I think the only reason it would be false is if there's one of the if it was like, I don't know, a Kuwaiti prince rather than a Saudi one.
Why?
Because everything about it, other than that,
Just
is
clicks,
just easily
yeah.
true.
Okay. Right.
So I'm gonna go with true.
Okay. What do you think, Robert?
God damn it, I'll go with true as well.
Okay. Charlotte?
I'm sticking with true.
Gosh. Okay.
Oh wow, we will all be wrong then. Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Do you guys want to change your answers?
No,
No.
we're going together then.
Okay. The answer is false.
No!
Yes, I made that one up. Yes, totally made up.
So basically nothing changed. Okay, fantastic.
Well, exactly. I mean, yes, you all got it right.
We all
the
got it
answer-
wrong.
Yes, the result is the same as if you had all got it right. So yes, but yes, indeed. although not to say that there weren't government people taking cocaine in the 80s, it's just that particular one is false.
Just that one guy there. God's sake.
Yeah. So yes. So now we are on Charlotte with 2, Robert with 2, Stefan with 3 points.
Wait, she had 2.5.
Oh, 2.5. I'm sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Just give me another half point just for that. Or maybe a whole point.
Yeah. I mean, wait a second.
I mean, if anything, I should give Robert the half point for that. But,
Wait, for what?
No, I think let's leave them
I
both
wasn't
where they are.
Yes, I'm gonna stick with 2.5 for Charlotte. I'm sorry, Charlotte, but I make the rules here.
Okay.
That's fair. Bow down to you, John.
Damn right. This is what I like about Talk of the Devil.
Oh God.
I love-
Yeah, as it's political, we're not a democracy, are we?
yes. This is John's dictatorship hour.
We are in this dungeon now. We can't get out until that's us.
Petition to rename Talk of the Devil to John's Dungeon.
I
Anyway,
approve.
we are now going to go into our creative question, and so my creative question for you guys, while the next song is playing, is this. This is going to be all of next round. So you are going to have to assume the role of Boris Johnson. Each of you will be Boris Johnson, and you are going to give a 2-minute speech. Because there have been allegations that you attended a Downing Street lockdown party, and you must now give a 2-minute speech addressing those allegations. Maybe you did attend the party, and you're going to explain why that was okay. Maybe you didn't attend the party, and you're going to try and convince us that you didn't. You can do whatever you want in this 2-minute speech. You're just addressing these allegations that you attended the party. So it's up to you how it goes. Right, then one of your fellow MPs at Prime Minister's Questions is going to ask you a question about your speech, and you will have to improvise a 1-minute answer. So after you have assumed the role of Boris Johnson and given your 2-minute speech, then one of these two will give you a question. Then after you've done your, then you'll give a 1-minute answer. Then after you've done your 2-minute speech, one of these guys will ask you a question, etc., and you'll give a 1-minute answer. And then your fellow MPs will give you a score out of 10. Both of them will decide what score they want to give you for your speech. How much did they enjoy it? So it's just a question of how much did you enjoy the speech, not a question of how convincing the speech was. But yes. So yes, at the end of the round, the person who has been given the highest score points will get 3 Talk of the Devil points. And the person who is given the second highest score points will get 1 point. So yes. Anyone got any questions? Smashing. Okie dokie. Right. So now, time for another song. And the song that I'm going to play is Special Delivery by The Offspring. Here it comes. Okay. Be thinking of your 2-minute speech. Talk to you guys soon.
Bye bye.
Oh no, wrong one.
We should have left it there. Come on.
Yes. Right. Hello. Welcome back. That was Special Delivery by The Offspring. So that points to a story that's been in the news. Does anyone have an inkling as to what that story might be?
It's something to do with the fact that Boris Johnson and Carrie Johnson seem to be having babies right when it's politically convenient. Carrie Johnson would say, oh, she's pregnant, and then suddenly she's having the baby right in the middle of a big media storm. It's quite impressive.
It's impressive how many children Boris Johnson has.
Well, yeah. How many does he have?
Like,
Yeah.
Who knows?
he has that charisma with women somehow. I don't get it. Maybe I'm not a woman, but I don't see it.
Is it charisma or is it power and money? We'll never know.
I question left to the
I
viewers.
saw this article tried to write a positive story about him after the first lot of parties came out, and it said something like, well, Boris and Carrie have a baby child. This is her second with him, and at least his 8th. Like, they tried to
At
run a
least.
positive story, but they I have to say, they still don't know.
Hey, by
And
this
it
rate,
ends
he
up-
will field an entire football team full of his children. Come on now.
Oh my god. Yes, yes. Have you guys seen his rugby playing though?
Oh yeah.
So he should, they should be a rugby team. They should only face 11-year-old Japanese school children.
Oh.
Well, I think it was an 11-year-old Japanese schoolboy that Boris Johnson totally destroyed on a rugby pitch. But anyway, yes.
Let's try not to write that title anywhere. Just Boris Johnson destroys 11-year-old.
Oh boy. Okay, I'm moving on. Okay. So, hopefully, you guys have all got a speech for your response to the allegations that you attended a lockdown party. That you, Boris Johnson, attended a lockdown party. So, who are we going to go with first? We're going to go with Robert. Your 2-minute speech, and then after that, one of these guys will ask you a question. I'll choose who asks you the question, and you'll give a 1-minute answer. But anyway,
Fair enough.
Mr. Johnson, please take the floor.
Right, honourable gentlemen of the House of the Parliament. I've come here in front of you to inform you of the allegations regarding my character regarding a certain alleged party that has happened in Downing Street. These allegations, unfortunately, are true. I do not deny such a thing that has happened. However, I deny the content of such a proposition. It was merely a spin of the moment. It was a decision made mostly by heart and not by our minds. It was a decision made of love. Truth be told, I love this party with all my heart. My soul, my pledge of allegiance, I still remember it as the day I was finally married. Basically on the same part of it. And as such, due to this beautiful love that I have for these people, I decided to all invite them into my house and to show them the greatness that is myself.
Okay, and now who's going to ask you a question? Stefan, do you have a question for Robert?
Yes. Firstly, Prime Minister, thank you. You're brilliant. That was an amazing apology, and I'm sure the scandal's completely gone now.
Of course, yeah.
What did you drink at the party?
Mr. Johnson.
I've drunk nothing but the finest Chabernet that money can buy.
And
Of
who
course,
paid
only
for it,
the
Mr.
best.
Johnson?
Only the best for Britain, shall I say. We shall not go down to the levels of the cheap Tesco market bloody wine that you find out there, where peasants buy stuff like that. We only decide for the best, the top, for our people, of course.
Okay, right. Very well done. And now you guys are going to give him a score out of 10 for how much you enjoyed his speech and his answer. So, Charlotte, what's your score? What would you give him?
I think a 6.
Okay, great. Stefan, what would you give him?
Let's go with a 7.
Okie dokie. Right, smash it. That puts you with a score of 13, Robert. Okay, next up, we're going to go to Stefan. And after your 2-minute speech, Charlotte, you're going to ask Stefan a question. So yes, Stefan, you have the floor.
Okay, members, right. So you may have heard. You may have heard in various parts of the sky. I mean, brilliant free press in our country that I have hosted a party during the first lockdown. There was a party, I can confirm that. However, these liberal press barons have got the wrong end of the stick once again. First of all, they had I hear one of my advisors sent an email organising it. They have got this wrong. The person who sent the email inviting people to a party was in fact none other than Jeremy Corbyn. And the second allegation is, how could we have had a party at Downing Street when we don't even have a garden there? And how could any of our guests have broken my son's slide when I don't know who my son even is. So, also, I don't even drink, so I don't like crates of wine, pish posh. This is all a Remainer ploy to oust me by people who won't accept the democratic will of the people for Brexit. And my right honourable enemy opposite me, Mr. Keir Starmer, you were there, weren't you, at Corbyn's communist rave, which was the True Party, which happened in Islington.
And that is the speech. So, time is up. Charlotte, your question for Stefan.
Prime Minister, why should the public trust you when you claim not to even know your own child?
Oh, well, my wife at the time was she liked to get around, didn't she? I didn't think much of it, to be honest. But no, I love my children wherever they are, and the public need to accept these things. These relationships are complicated, and my relationship with my children is complicated. But I'm a family man, and I think the public know my family values.
Right, yes, indeed. Thank you very much, Boris. Now, if you guys could give Boris your score out of 10 for how much you enjoyed his answer. Robert, what score would you give him?
It was pretty good. I would give him a 7.
A 7? Cool. Charlotte?
I would also give him a 7.
Smashing. Very well done. Okay. Smashing. Right. And finally, Charlotte, your 2-minute speech. Take it away.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I stand before the members of the House today to discuss the allegations against me attending a party at Downing Street on the 30th of February. On that day, I was working really hard on our world-beating vaccination programme and delivering hospitals across the UK when a junior minister entered my office and asked if I wanted to have some medicine. Believing this was something to do with the new medications that we were trialling for the coronavirus at the time, and in the spirit of helping out public research, I went with this minister to a location within Downing Street where people were partaking in said medicine. The medicine, which I believed was called Lidl's Best, sounded like a very good thing that we could be bringing out. There was plenty of it, many bottles of it. It was only later that I discovered that this was not medicine, but wine from a supermarket I have not attended. It was also, when I entered this room, there was a PowerPoint playing, therefore I understood that it was a research and work event, and it was not until I had been in attendance for about 20 minutes that I realised this PowerPoint was displaying a scroll of naked ladies. Once I realised this, I immediately roly-polied away from the office as part of my daily exercise. I regret this and I do give my apologies, but at the time I thought I was doing my duty for Queen and country.
Way. Okay, and Robert,
Yes.
what is your question for Charlotte?
Mr. Speaker, I would like to address this question to the member Prime Minister and the leader of the Conservative Party. In regards to the wine selection, or the medicine as you call it, which one do you think would have been the best?
Well, I'll be quite honest, the selection at the time being of a lower quality that I'm used to, it did all indeed taste like cough syrup. Therefore, I would not recommend the consumption of this wine to anyone, quite frankly.
Very well done. Right, okay. Stefan and Robert, what would you score Charlotte's answer?
Give it an 8.
Oh, smashing.
Same, yeah.
Oh, okay, smashing. Right, well done, Charlotte. Okay, you have won this round, Charlotte.
Hey!
With 16 points. Very well done. And so that gives you a Talk of the Devil score of an additional 3, bringing you up to 5.5 points. However, Stefan, you also
Got 1 point. Yeah.
you got a point as well for being second. You got nothing.
Cry. No, don't worry.
So yes, smashing stuff, guys.
Fair enough.
Yes, very well done. Okie dokie.
Now what?
Now the last song break, and then we will recommence to discuss what the song story could have been, and then yes, that will be the episode. And if you manage to guess the song correctly, you will gain a point. So yes, okay, the last song break. It is Back to Black. No, it's not. Or is it?
No.
Have we had that one yet? Back to Black.
Let's see.
We have. No, we.
No,
Yes.
you haven't.
We haven't. Yes. Back to Black by Amy Winehouse. So here we go. Right. See you guys very soon. Well, yes. Ta. Okie dokie. Right. Smashing. That was Back to Black by Amy Winehouse. So, we have had Daddy Cool by Boney M, Special Delivery by The Offspring, and Back to Black by Amy Winehouse. Now, I am going to say off the bat, the line of thought which says that it's to do with Boris Johnson's children is not the right line to be going down. So it's another story related to the partying that has been going on at Downing Street in the last 2 years. So can anyone say they have an inkling?
It's something about getting the alcohol into Downing Street. So there were reports of people stocking up suitcases in local supermarkets, but also getting in special deliveries of wine, and that actually even outside the parties there was just this drinking culture that Boris Johnson was pretty cool with.
Yeah.
Is it something along those lines?
We are getting very, very close with that.
But that covers only Special Delivery. How do you-
Winehouse.
Back to Black.
It's what drinks are black? Like
Maybe we're
dark
focusing
rum,
too much.
maybe. That's not. No, they wouldn't.
I must say, in the Amy Winehouse song, the hint was in the name Amy Winehouse. So yes, it is not to do with anything to do with the word black. However, we are extremely close with Charlotte's answer. However, there is something specific about the way they arrange drinks, and so we've got Amy Winehouse. We know what the hint was there.
It
to
was
do with
wine, yeah,
Special
in the
deliveries.
house.
Special Delivery.
So we know that they didn't receive wines there. They had to bring their own wines from. They bought it and they brought their own wines. That is one thing that I know.
So, what about the name Daddy Cool by Boney M?
Does like Stanley Johnson have a wine house or something? From there.
Not quite.
Boney.
Daddy Cool. What kind of things can we? What might that be pointing to? I'll give you a hint. It's in the name of the song, Daddy Cool.
Was it like after the kids went to bed, or did Boris bring his kids to? Or was
Not
he
quite.
the daddy and he's just cool with it?
I don't know.
No.
He's not the daddy. He's the big dog from Operation.
Yeah, Big Dog, yeah.
Oh, is that his name? Is that his nickname, like among the Conservatives? Or
No,
something?
it's like
Save
Operation
Big
Big Dog.
Dog.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Oh my gosh.
It's
yes.
a linkage to a previous kind of scandal that happened with another member that shot a dog.
Yes.
They shot a dog because it was like a message that he sent to his gay lover in order to hide the relationship. So he had a gay lover, and however he was a minister, not a prime minister, what I'm saying. And in order to make sure that he didn't leak any information to the media, because at the time they were still against such a thing. So I don't know how much he shot a dog. I don't know how the line of thought process works, but hey, to each their own, I guess.
Yes, indeed. Yes. It is not to do with that. It is, however, yes.
No, that was a tangent.
No, that was a very interesting tangent, though. Yes. No, Daddy Cool. It is.
Cool. Maybe it's something about like temperature cool.
Am
Am I getting close?
Is it in the basement? And it's cooler in the basement?
Oh.
Or
Is it, you have
is
to
it
keep the wine cool before.
Yeah, that
In the
Is it to do with
suitcase.
him going into that fridge that time? And so he can't hide in the fridge anymore. There's all these things going on.
We are very close. Okay,
Classic.
you're on the right track, especially with the word fridge.
Did they order special fridges to keep the wine in?
Okay, you know what? I'm going to give you the point, Charlotte.
Okay.
They ordered a special fridge to Downing Street to keep the wine in for Wine Time Fridays that they had every
Wine
night.
Time
Yeah.
Fridays?
No, literally, that's not a joke. They
No,
had
no,
Wine Time
Yeah,
Fridays. So yeah. So yes, very well done, Charlotte. So that was the story. And that is that. So gosh, Charlotte, you have absolutely
Smash the competition.
you have trounced everybody. I
Yeah.
must say with how many?
Too many. No, just kidding.
6.5 points to
That's
Charlotte.
good.
Very well done. 2 points to Robert.
Wow.
4 to Stefan. So yes.
I love that we're going in jumps of 2, like mathematically nice. Except the 0.5. Come on now, you ruined that.
Yes.
Excuse to get rid of it.
No, hey. I was the one to bring it up, so hey, that would not be honest of me. Wait.
Right. Yes. Well, this has been Talk of the Devil. Thanks very much for coming, everybody. So yes. Remember to not be Boris Johnson.
Don't
Okay.
ever cut.
You know that one time when I just accidentally was Boris Johnson? Yes.
Traumatized. Oh, good.
Okay. And I'm going to stop the episode there.